Okay. Hey bunnies, welcome to another video. For today's video, I want to talk about club culture. And it's so funny because either this morning or last night, I was really thinking about it. And then today I saw a video on Twitter of this girl she was pretty much ranting about club culture and not wearing heels. The girl's not wearing heels to the club. She's like, I'm 34, even though I don't look it, and I don't understand why the girls aren't wearing heels, and maybe the millennials need to come back out and like show them how to do this, that, and the third. And pretty much Twitter roasted her because they were like, you do actually look 34 and the shoes are horrible. Now, but like I said, nothing about how the lady did look. What I will say is the shoes really were horrible. They were like the chunky plastic heel that we pretty much wore in the early 2000s. So it's like you're trying to give advice to the younger girlies and it's just not landing because it was one of the trendier shoes. It wasn't like, you know, a classic or anything like that. It wasn't like a Pigalle, right? So let's start right there. To her defense, I do agree that a lot of the girlies are not dressing up as much to go out. That also, I believe, depends on the location, because if you're clubbing in like Miami, you're definitely going to see girls in heels, 100%, especially the young hot girls, right? I think it's us, the older girls, who are more like trying to be more comfortable with their footwear. For me, I do love wearing a good heel to a party, right? So I'll wear my mules, the one that look like the Bottegas, the Lido mules. I really want the real ones, but I'm not spending upwards of $3,000 for shoes. At least not right now anyways. That's not in my tax brackets. I have some chunky, the ones that look like I want to say the Valentino pumps. I have some white ones like that. I have a whole bunch of heels, and they pretty much are either more on trend for what's going on right now, or they're like stiletto types that look classic and they can be worn forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And I feel like those are staple items that should be in your closet regardless. And I do feel like dressing up to go to a party is also a personality choice. Like for me, I'm very much a girly girl, but sometimes I do like to dress down. So I'll put on some cute slides and call it a day. But it also depends on the party you're going to, which is what was going to ignite this topic in the first place, right? So since being out and about, since my singledom, right, I have been partying more than I was in my relationship. All right. When I first moved out, I was going out like 4 or 5 days out of the week, right? And I know that's crazy. And then I slowed down for a while because my body just really couldn't handle it. Like, babes, you really are pushing 35, so let's just stop, right? But the past few weekends, I have been going out again. Friday, Saturdays, you know, little 1 and 2 thing. What I have noticed while going out, whether I'm in a section or I'm in GA or I'm, you know, next to the DJ booth or whatever, is that not only are the girls not necessarily dressing up, like they dress very casually, the men are also not dancing with the girls. Right? Like me and my friends would be there, we're wine and bubble and thing and whatever, and no guy will approach us to dance. Not that we want it per se, but I feel like everybody know in the dancehall scene is so focused on learning our routine. Even the girls, like everybody wants to do this and this and like and this, like everything is a routine now, and to me it's so annoying because it's like, what, I'm so like a whining on the corner, like what happened? I also want to blame COVID. I feel like a lot of people for the past, like from 2020 to like 2022, two, maybe. Those 2 years, those formidable years for lots of young people, like if you're 18 going on to 2021, you really didn't get to experience peak clubbing. Like you're already, by the time things start opening back up, you can legally buy a drink. Like you didn't get to, and then we all were home for so long. We were in our little bubble. We were so comfortable that the thoughts of going out, just be comfortable. So I blame COVID for that as well. I also think it's a generational thing, right? Like back in my day, like clubs had dress codes. Like you cannot, there was this one club, I don't know if they still do it, called Euro, downtown Fort Lauderdale. Euro, you could not go in if you did not have heels on. You had to wear a dress or skirt or like nice pants or whatever. And then again, this is also the era where we were dressing business casual to go to the club because there were dress codes. Now there aren't dress codes. So I'll get invited to a party and I'm like, okay, what's the dress code? What's the theme? And nobody can tell me. Like there is no, it's just whatever you're comfortable in. Like once your face beats and your hair do, and then even that bothers me too. Like the girls are not putting in enough effort into their hair and makeup. Like you don't have to have a 40-inch bust down and your face done by whoever every single time you go out, but at least know how for like, put yourself so you can look presentable. Nobody wants to look presentable anymore. And that, I feel like, tethers onto the whole men not wanting to dance with women. It's like women are no longer dressing up to impress the other gender or to attract a person, right? We're no longer, and that's fine. That's completely fine. But for me, this is what I'm noticing. Like nobody is putting out their best foot forward. Like the girls are trying to outdo the other girls, and I don't like that. Like girls are going to the club with them little standing fan, them little, them little ceiling fan or whatever, them little AC on them shoulder, and it's like, all right, cool. So you're just gonna stand here and sip your little drink and then call it a night? Like, where is the fun? Like we used to, even though we used to dress up and go out, we would have fun. The club would be dark and you leave there sweating. Like the parties used to be so much fun. Going out now, yeah, you have your 1 and 2 moments, but it's like nobody interacts anymore. Everything's all about a section and a table and bottle service. And you know what? I appreciate that. I do 100% wholeheartedly. So to all my people out there who are inviting me to their sections, thank you. But it's like, okay, so we have the table, we have the bottles, we're drinking, we're bossa blanc to some songs, whatever. But it's like, okay, then you see somebody jump up and start do a routine. And then people looking at you weird because they're like, oh, you don't know the routine? No, ma'am. When I'm at home, I'm not sitting in front of YouTube or TikTok or whatever the fuck trying to learn how to do a two-step. Like, I feel like my hair is so poofy. I did not do anything to it. I'm here ranting, talking about hair and makeup, and look at me. Look at me. Anyways. But yeah, I just how I feel about the whole thing. I just wanted to get it off my chest. If you have anything to add, leave it in the comment section below. If you feel like you should have mentioned something that I did not mention in the comment section below. Also, the DJs. We go to these parties and they have like the party. First of all, the party didn't last too long. One party I went to on Friday, it ended at 5 a.m. More go home. Like what? The parties are starting at 9 and ending at like 3, 4 in the morning, and that's crazy because people are not going out to the parties until like 2 o'clock. So nobody's really enjoying the party for more than like 2 hours. So let's start there, right? For the people who actually show up early to the parties, one DJ played their set, right? And then play them some old school music and come into the new school music and play all of the hot song them, right? The next DJ comes on and they do their set and it's the same set as the prior DJ. The only DJ set that I saw was Saturday night. We went to a 90s party. I can't even say I had so much fun. Like, it was all right. Like, it was a good party, but again, like, I don't feel like, I can't tell you the last time I went to a party and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do it again. I feel like I'm trying in my head, I'm trying to recreate a moment that just isn't there anymore. And it's very, I don't know. There are some parties that I don't know. And then, I don't know. If your party's inside of a club, that's a problem for me as well, because it gets hot in the club and I don't want to be standing there doing this all night and have a fan in my face all night. I want to be able to move and be free and, like, you know, enjoy my little self. But I feel like everybody is just doing the same things over and over and over. And then if you are a part of the dancehall community here in South Florida, you're seeing the same people every night. You're hearing the same DJs. Nothing is new, nothing is fresh. And that's why I was so excited about the 90s party, because I'm like, yes, we're going to hear some 90s music. It's like a nice. But they were playing 90s, yes. Some 80s, yes, I did hear some 80s. I want to say some 70s, if I'm not mistaken. But it was all dance hall. And yes, it is a dance hall party. I know that. I understand that. But dance hall and hip hop in the 90s were so intertwined, like, especially in, like, New York. Like, I feel like there should have been a hip hop segment. I feel like there should have been a DJ there who was, you know, in tune, who know what them are do. And then, oh, what I was saying is there was one DJ. Let me see if I can find her. And it's a girl, bro. Let me see if I can find her. Hold on. Blush Miami. So, music by Waggy T. It was an eccentric, ecstatic, flawless movement. DJ Sniper. And then they don't tag anybody, so that's like annoying too. Cause I'll insert it. I have a clip of her playing and she was just so good. I just don't know which zone she belonged to. I guess I gotta find that out. Anyways, but yeah, and what made her so good is the way she was mixing. You know, she was doing this one song. Oh my God. But then she would, like, drop in the line that the newer songs have, like, as a bad girl, and it would go back to the old song. I think it was bad man forward, bad man pull up, and then it was like bad man forward as a bad girl, bad man pull up, something bad man. Like, it was just so good and so creative. Like, everybody went crazy for it, and that's what I miss in the party scene. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. If you have anything to add, leave it in the comments below. If you like want to mention something I did not mention in the comments below. I also don't like the bottle prices. I don't like bottle prices at all, because I go to the liquor store, right? And let me say we get a bottle of a Hennessy. Say a bottle of Hennessy is $50. Let's not even say that. Let's say a bottle of Douce. I paid $50 for a bottle of Douce from Walmart. $51 and change. And I know for a fact, if I go to a party, they're going to charge me at least $200 for that same little bottle. And that's crazy to me. Like, I understand you want to make your money, but $200 for a bottle is insanity. Especially when we're hearing the same music, we're seeing the same DJs, the same people come out, everybody have on the same clothes. Like, anyways, Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like people need to start dressing up again for the clubs. I do blame COVID for that. I do blame this new generation for that. Back in the day, people used to dress up. I feel like up until our generation, people were still dressing up for the clubs. We went to, where did we go to one time? Oh, I don't have to think that far back. The other day, a couple Sundays ago, I went to whatever that brunch Sunday party is, and I had on heels, right? Now, when I got there, it's my first time going there. When I got there, I pulled up into the parking lot, and it was raining earlier. So the guy who showed me where to park, I'm like, did you see anybody else wearing heels? And he's like, no, not really. He's like, you don't have any flats? I'm like, I do have slides because that's what I drove in. I can't drive in heels. And I showed him, and he's like, yeah, man, you still look good. You can wear it. And in my head, I'm like, so I definitely put my heels on. And I was one of the few girls who had heels on, and it was like, it's like, I get it. I get it. I get it. We're older, we want to be more comfortable, but at the same time, it's like, babes, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, we were dressing up. We are losing recipes. We're losing recipes. We're losing recipes. And oh, this is what I wanted to say about the age thing. A lot of millennials are saying that they don't look 30 because, or they don't look like they're in their 30s, because when we were younger and watching TV, the people they portrayed as people being in their 30s looked like they were in their 50s. And that's no exaggeration. If you watch, even if you go back as far as the 80s and you watch like Grease, those were supposed to be high school students. John Travolta never looked like he didn't know, like he was no high school student, like at all. At all. So that's what we're going based off of. When we say we don't look like we're in our 30s, that's what we're gauging it off of. Now, yes, because we are the new 30 and the younger generation is growing up and seeing us, to them, to Ono, yeah, we look like we're in our 30s, because that's what you have to go off of. We are going off of the man them, we're in the show them, we look like them are 50 and 60. So please. Anyways, finally, again, let's go, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace sign and kissy face. Bye. I hope I was cute. I really wasn't looking at my my viewfinder a lot to see what my hair was doing, but yeah.